Midday morning with Miami-Dade Parks. We're excited to be back in the studio, and with me is Heather Tedlow. Today, we're going to talk about Park Blueways and some of the exciting opportunities you have near the water. Always great to have you, Heather, not only in the office, but also in the studio.
It's great to be here, ready to talk about this and get this underway.
So, South Florida is known for its blueways. When you talk about parks, we talk about greenways. But today we're going to focus on the blueways. And of course, in South Florida, you've got lakes, you've got the ocean, you have the canals,
And the bay.
and you also have the important, iconic Biscayne Bay, right?
Yes.
So South Florida is really known for its waterways. And today we want to talk a little bit about the sea level rise and most importantly, the king tides. So I know parks have been dealing with the king tides on a regular basis. It's nothing new to parks.
No.
So what causes king tides?
So basically what causes a king tide is during the months of September, October, and November, the alignment of the earth, moon, and sun, they're all aligned together. So the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon on the earth's surface causes these king tides. So it causes these very, very high tides in which we see sunny day flooding in neighborhoods. So that's what we experience here in South Florida when we see king tides. It's just the perfect alignment of the sun, the moon, and the earth, and then the fact that we're having these high tides and then we see sunny day flooding.
All those eco superpowers from the earth, right?
Yes.
Coming together and then affecting the earth. And we do have a video. If our producer could go to that king tide video. This is very short, but I wanted to show you what your park departments and our community deal with when the king tides stroll in. You can see it goes all
over the docks and the piers into our parking lots. Our parking lots get flooded. Some of our roadways and parks get flooded.
Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that, sharing our county videos about the king tide. And there were several parks in that video.
Several of our parks in that video.
Especially
Matheson Hammock. Yes.
Yeah, Matheson Hammock, our first park in our system who really experiences the king tides. In fact, it comes all the way up into that parking lot.
The parking lot, the roadways, certain areas of the park, unfortunately, has had to be closed off because the king tides become so high, because you really don't want to be coming in contact with the floodwaters, especially in your vehicles. You don't want your vehicles to stall. And then in neighborhoods and other areas, you want to make sure that you're not coming in contact with floodwaters, just in case that water has come in contact with contaminants. So you shouldn't be having the kids play in puddles in that flood water, and definitely avoid your vehicles driving through those areas.
So you gave me a segue. I was going to ask, do parks close during king tides? Is a certain hours of the day that needs to be avoided?
So you can look and see when you can go to NOAA. NOAA is actually the organization that predicts the king tides, and you can go on NOAA's website and actually see when the highest tide is going to be at its highest and when we're going to have our lowest tide. But the parks don't close down the entire park, but we might have to close down certain areas of the park due to safety issues. And boaters should be aware of the king tides as well, because when you're launching your boat, you might find it a little bit more difficult, or the marina is actually starting to move up a little further where you launch the boat. And also when you're trying to clear bridges and on the waterway, that elevation might also change. So those are things to keep in mind as a boater if you're launching your boat, to make sure that you have enough clearance under bridges, and when you're launching, not to keep in mind the higher water, so you're not driving too far into the marina to launch your boat.
Yeah, water safety is important, and you really sometimes disregard that the king tides affect even on the waterway, and just having that awareness going under bridges of how high that tide is going to get and what that clearance is going to be is important. Because when I think of king tides, I think of the impact when it goes so far into the shoreline, into our neighborhoods, but it's also, of course, affecting the ocean where it's all coming from.
Yeah, when it affects our neighborhoods directly, obviously we're gonna feel it. But yeah, also it affects our access to the water and how we utilize our waterways and boating. So it affects us all in one way or the other.
And you got to see on the video as well the docks, the launching pads, the launch sites get filled with water, which brings me to the next question. What are some safety tips if you plan a day to a launch site at a park near you, um, and you notice that it's just too high to step into the water due to the king tides?
If you're feeling unsafe or you come across in a situation that's unsafe, I would suggest obviously turning around and not utilizing an unsafe waterway. But also, if you're at a particular park and you have a safety concern, I would, go to speak to one of the managers on duty and just let them know your safety concerns to make sure that those concerns are addressed and that we are able to log that information, because we are looking at parks at sea level rise and mitigation and adaptation in our parks. So it's important for us to have that information from the community so we can bring that into the conversation when we're looking at addressing these issues.
And of course, all of our coastal parks and marinas, you could contact them directly if you need up to date information on that. Of course, follow Miami-Dade parks on our social media. If there's any updates on king tides or accessibility, we will make sure that we bring that park information to you. Well, that's always great because we are in the season of these king tides, but a wonderful opportunity
I have
within our Blueways.
actually the exact dates of our king tides this year too, if you'd like.
You've got those?
I have them.
Share them.
So our dates for king tides this year are September 17th through 20th, October 15th through 20th, and November 14th through 17th.
So right now we are in
This
a
week.
king tide week.
Yes, this week is a king tide week.
Excellent.
Yes.
So please make sure that you stay safe out there, that you also recognize that when the king tides come in, some of the park areas may be closed. But of course, those areas of the park that can remain open will stay open at our coastal parks and marinas. So something exciting happening this Sunday.
Yes, very exciting. It's our Vamos a Pescar event at Tropical Park, which is a free event for the entire family to come out and learn fishing skills, boating skills, and conservation skills.
Vamos a pescar, which really means
Let's go fishing.
And that is taking place this Sunday at Tropical Park. It is a free event, and we do have a flyer for you with some details on that event. It is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Tropical Park. And Heather, a little info on this event. All the fishes that are caught, are they released back, or could I take that fish home?
All fish caught at fishing programs in Miami-Dade parks are catch and release. So we catch and release. There are charter programs that you could register for throughout the county and partners at our marinas. But if you're participating in a Miami-Dade County Parks program, all of our fish are catch release.
And are some of the lakes stocked in Miami-Dade County parks?
We do have stocked lakes at some of our county parks to encourage fishing, and we do have fishing piers at some of our parks as well.
That's excellent. One of my community parks is Tropical. It's a regional park for our Westchester area, and that those lakes there are stocked.
They are stocked.
And that's why Vamos a Pescar will take place there this Sunday. And if I register for this event with my family, what do I need to bring?
Bring your fishing poles and your tackle boxes, and we have everything else ready for you.
Do we have partners or vendors that are going to join
partners?
us?
We have Bass Pro Shops is our partner. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is our partner. And then the Florida Fish and Wildlife Foundation of Florida is also our partner. And this program is grant funded by the George H.W. Bush education program. And really the funding for this and the reason why we do this program is to encourage Hispanic families to come out and fish. But this program is not just open to Hispanic families, it's open to the entire community. But that's really what that education fund was set up for, to encourage fishing and getting together with your family and learning about conservation and boating skills.
I can tell you, I will be there on Sunday enjoying the families that are out there. You know, one of the great things living in Miami is that you have all these blueways that you do have an opportunity to fish and enjoy time with friends and family near the waterway. So, if you have not tried fishing, this Sunday would be a great opportunity to come out, meet the partners of Miami Eco Adventures and Miami-Dade Parks, because we are part of this great grant that we've received year after year. And aside from this family event, this grant also assists us throughout the year as well.
Assists us throughout the year with family fishing programs and with putting on our fishing camp program, which we have at Bill Sadowski Park. That's where that camp is hosted.
And one of the great things I found out during No Schools, there is a new fishing camp that happens at Bill Sadowski that introduces fishing. Not necessarily that when school is out, you could come to this park and learn a little bit about fishing. It's called the Bluegill.
So we have actually, that's a new camp starting at Bill Sadowski Park. We've always had fishing camp, but this year Bill Sadowski Park has Camp Bluegill. And yes, it's heavily fishing, but there's also other environmental activities and nature-based activities that the camp does. And we'll be having Camp Bluegill on our teacher planning days, winter camp, spring camp, and of course, during the summer for summer camp.
So park offers great fishing opportunities year round, but this Sunday really culminates the Vamos a Pescar event. Let's go fishing. Bring your friends and family members and join us at this great regional park in the Westchester area. But wait a second, how do I sign up for this free fishing event?
You can sign up for any programs hosted at parks at ParkLink, which is www.miamidadeparks.com. And if you search Vamos a Pescar, the link will come up, or the place where you need to register will come up. You create an account and you're registered. It's a free event. All we ask is that you register so we know how many people are coming out to make sure we're all safe and socially distanced during the event.
So I do have to warn you, I have a large family joining this event on Sunday, a group of 10. With COVID capacities, is there something that this event is doing to ensure our families going fishing stay safe?
So obviously, safety is of utmost concern and priority for us. We want this event to not only be safe for the families coming out to enjoy the event, but also we want the event to be safe for our staff as well. So it's suggested you stay within your family groups. There's plenty of room to spread out, so make sure your distance around the fishing lake. Masks are encouraged as always. It is an outdoor event, but we always encourage masks. The safer you can be, the better. And we do have shifts for Vamos a Pescar, so we have different time frames for families to come out, which is why we're requesting that people register again, so we can make sure that we have a safe, socially distanced event.
Great. Well, I hope to be there midday this Sunday at Tropical Park to experience Vamos a Pescar with our partners as we continue to learn the great hobbies and skills of outdoor adventures.
And how to do it safely and responsibly for the environment. So conservation is also a big key with that event, because we should all be able to enjoy the environment, including hunters and fishermen. We just have to make sure we do it the right way.
And sustainable. So Vamos a Pescar this Sunday. Let's go fishing this Sunday at Tropical Park. So with that, parks have played a very important part in our community during this COVID pandemic. Parks have offered locations throughout the last year and a half, whether it's to get tested, to be vaccinated, and now to get special treatments. But just as a reminder, during this time at our parks, we do recommend masks, of course, if you are having any strenuous activity, keeping healthy and active. Please practice social distancing. We continue to disinfect touch points, continue to provide hand washing and sanitation stations. But most importantly, we are all part of the community campaign that we have the best shot to beat this COVID when we all get our vaccines. More information updates are available at miamidade.gov/coronavirus. So parks play a very important role in, really fighting this coronavirus. Yes. With that. Also, friendly reminder, I think you shared with us when this was first implemented in August, that we now have a pay by phone parking at our parks and our marinas. Again, another opportunity to have a touchless way to pay for your parkings, especially at designated parks and marinas. Pay stations will be removed in phases, but this is just a friendly reminder to download your Pay by Phone app.
It's easy and convenient. Just do it.
Right. So September has a lot of initiatives going on. And one of my favorites is the Parks for Pollinator initiative. And I know, Heather, you've been a part of this for a very long time. So tell us a little bit about September being Pollinator Month.
So September is Pollinator Month, and really this is the time to show a little love and respect for our pollinators and how important they are. And when we talk about pollinators, a lot of time people think of pollinators as just butterflies and bees. But if you look at the bigger picture, there's so many different types of pollinators, including a wide variety of insects, not just butterflies and bees, but also birds and mammals that are key pollinators and play a key role in pollination. So during this month of September, we're really focusing on our pollinators, our pollinator gardens, and we're encouraging the community to go out and do pollinator surveys and look at the types of pollinators that might be visiting your homes or your parks. And you can use the iNaturalist app, which is a great app to sort of learn about the different types of pollinators that are visiting you. And also encouraging people to plant native and to plant pollinator plants at their homes, because that encourages or creates, I should say, habitat corridors, not coordinators, corridors for our pollinators to come and as they migrate in and out north and south. So those are all great ways to help support pollinators.
And I have to tell you, my favorite pollinator are the beetles. They are unique in their own ways. And I do have to say, we have a great partner with Miami-Dade Parks UF IFAS Extension. And if the producer could bring up the website, I want to share a great resource that's available to all of you on what plants to plant in the right place for the right pollinator. And our UF IFAS Extension unit offers this great resources for gardening where you could visit the website and they will give you the benefits of the specific plant for specific pollinators. Or you could create, like Heather mentioned, a wildlife corridor. And if we scroll down just a little bit, you'll be able to see some of the plant options that you could plant your plant pollinator and join the Parks for Pollinator initiative year round. The beauty about South Florida is that we're able to plant seasonally, but also at the same time year round for the different pollinators that migrate towards this region.
Yeah. And we also encourage everyone to visit some of our pollinator gardens. We have pollinator gardens throughout the park systems. All of our nature centers have pollinator gardens. So 80 Barnes Park at 80 Barnes North actually has a pollinator garden. Crandon Park has actually a pollinator jungle on the south side of the park. So we have several pollinator corridors and gardens within Crandon Park. Arch Creek Park, Castle Hammock Park has a beautiful butterfly garden as well, and so does Bill Sadowski Park.
Well, thank you for sharing that. So it's another park adventure to find those pollinator gardens near you at your park during September Pollinator Month. So let's talk a little bit about eco adventures and what's out there. What adventures you could sign up at our park link. So let's start off with this Thursday. Once again, no school.
It's a teacher planning day. And do you have plans for your kids? Of course you do. You're going to sign up for one of our mini camps at Eco Adventures. So Thursday, September 16th, we have mini camps at Bill Sadowski Park, at Castle Hammock Park, at 80 Barnes Park, and at Arch Creek Park. Again, you can find information on our mini camps at MiamiDadeParks.com, which is our park link. So go ahead, sign up, and have your kids spend a wonderful day with us in nature.
And Friday nights, we definitely have some wild campfire programs, which include Creatures of the Night, We also have our bat walks and our owl walks as well at our nature center. So every Friday we offer those opportunities as well. Let's jump into the weekend. What's happening Saturday, September 18th?
Saturday, September 18th is a great event. It's International Coastal Cleanup. So this is a worldwide coastal cleanup event. Here in Miami-Dade County, there are over 45 sites hosting cleanups this weekend, and you can register at volunteercleanup.org. You can see all of the different sites that are offering cleanup sites for international coastal cleanup. You can also look at miamidadeparks.com, which is our park link, for Miami-Dade County Parks specific sites that are hosting ICC this year. But it's a great cleanup event. Again, it's a worldwide event. And the Ocean Conservancy has an app called CleanSwell, which we encourage participants to download and record all of that information, all the marine debris that we're picking up during the event. And then the Ocean Conservancy takes that information and turns it into these beautiful infographic posters that are shared, so we can see the types of marine debris that are really affecting our coastlines worldwide. Because again, this is a worldwide event. Countries all over the world participate. So let's get out there, let's make a difference and clean up some marine debris. Again, that's going to help during our king tide, so we don't have all that debris washing inland, and get out and make a difference this International Coastal Cleanup.
That's a wonderful International Coastal Cleanup Day that Miami-Dade Parks participates every year at, but you don't have to wait for that specific weekend. We have coastal cleanups happening in our coastal parks and marinas almost every weekend, and you could sign up for those coastal cleanups and also attain some volunteer hours as well. Just remember to create your Park Link account and register today. I'm very excited about this next partnership with the Neighbors of Doral. Miami Eco Adventures is going to offer an outdoor skills day where you could learn a lot of outdoor activities such as archery, fishing, and kayaking.
And we're hosting that program every third Saturday of the month out in Doral at the Nature Center in Doral. So you would register there with them, and then our staff will be out there to go through fishing, kayaking, and archery skills with participants. It's limited to 30. The groups will be grouped in 10, and then they're going to be rotating throughout each of the clinics to learn all those outdoor skills.
And that is happening this Saturday, September 18th at Doral Park. So hope to see all of our park professionals out there really bringing the outdoor skills to our different neighborhoods and community in Miami-Dade County. And of course, I don't want to miss our Eco Action Days, because all of our nature centers do offer a weekend where you could pick up some volunteer hours. And this Sunday,
it's at Caslow Hammock Park.
In the Redlands area.
In the Redlands area. So if you need some volunteer hours and you're in the Redland area, please come out to Caslow Hammock Park, roll up your sleeves, and get ready to really help enhance that nature center with some volunteer activities.
And of course, we're going to close up just another friendly reminder that this Sunday, September 19th, is the Vamos Apescar family free event at Tropical Park.
Let's go fishing.
That's right. Vamos a pescar. Bring your friends and family to discover the wonders of fishing in a great regional park with your Miami-Dade County Parks team. Well, with that, this midday with Miami-Dade Park has come to an end, but I do have to say that there is so much to do at a park near you, but you do have to register and create an account and Park Link to register for special events. We have a great one coming up in early October that we'll talk about next Monday. We do have Thursday is no school, but we've got nature camp and camps at all of our parks available to you. But in order to register, you must create an account. So with that, Heather, I have to say there is so much buzz on this pollinator month of September at a park near you. Get hooked on fishing this Sunday and enjoy the Blueways of your Miami-Dade County parks. And we are getting ready for fall. Stay connected on social media at Miami-Dade Parks. And of course, please make sure to stay tuned to all of the great park adventures near you. We'll see you next time, next Monday with Miami-Dade Parks. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.